Welcome to the Glowing Analog Board Game Quiz Show. I'm your Quizmaster Christina, and with me today is Becca Scott, actor, hugely competitive board gamer, and co-founder of the Good Time Society.
Who told you?
Fantastic resource for nerdy videos. You can recognize her maybe from tons and tons of board game and RPG shows on the interweb. So we're super excited to have you, Becca. Hi.
Hi, Christina. Thank you so much for having me. Seriously, who told you that I'm competitive? That's a lie.
I mean, it's just rumors. I don't know. I've heard from some people, you know. But are you pumped for season 5?
I am absolutely pumped, and I'm going to get every question 100% correct. There will be no guessing. I will definitely know all the answers.
Exactly. I mean, I designed this whole quiz for you. So, you know, round 1, I'm calling hot off the presses because since you often host the Good Morning Society, a board game news show on YouTube, we wanted to test your knowledge on board games that have like broken through into the mainstream news and see what you know about them.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see.
So this first round, there's 5 multiple choice questions. You'll get 1 point for each one you get correct. And, you know, people have short attention spans these days. So we're going to put a little bit more pressure on you. We're going to add a time limit on each of these questions, about 10 seconds after I'm done reading, but it's sort of like a soft 10 seconds just to move on. And viewers, of course, at home, feel free to pause after the questions to play along at home. So are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, so we're starting off with question 1. This was from the New York Times. The headline is, "She invented a board game with scientific integrity. It's taken off." Which designer did this describe in 2019? Was it A, Elizabeth Hargrave, B, Connie Vogelman, C, Mary Flanagan, or D, for Tessa Elise?
I think that they were doing a little play on words with the taking off, and it's referring to Elizabeth Hargrave's Wingspan. I feel like that was 2019. Final answer.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. You know your news. Really cool. Got lots of birders to be gamers, gamers to be birders, you know, all that stuff. Okay, we're going to, you know, another direction now. Question 2 is from the Wall Street Journal. Back in 2015, which professional football team had an entire article dedicated to how obsessed the players were with the Settlers of Catan? Was it A, the Green Bay Packers, B, Detroit Lions, C, San Francisco 49ers, or D, the Indianapolis Colts?
I love that this is a news story. I would be a fan of this team. In fact, I will be after I find out the answer. Am I hedging my bets? I'm going to give 50-50 for San Francisco because, you know, it's a little bit of an erudite town. I feel like a lot of nerds are there. It's near Silicon Valley, but also Indianapolis, you know, Gen Con. Best 4 days in gaming is in Indianapolis. So you know what? Let's go with D, the Colts.
Oh, okay, okay. Unfortunately, it was the Packers.
I should have known because it is a community-owned team.
Yeah, that too, that too. Our editor will be very happy you picked D. That was his trap answer. So, you know.
Well done, well done.
Good job, Mike. Okay, well, you can take it back with question 3. This is from the New Yorker, so we're getting a little pretentious, but it was a fantastic article. Profiled in The Personal Political Art of Board Game Design by Matthew Hudson in 2023. Which designer is known for a variety of train games, such as Irish Gauge, and thinky games, such as This Guilty Land? Was it A, Cole Worley, B, Martin Wallace, C, John Borer, or D, Amabel Holland?
Okay, I'm leaning B or C, and I'm so sorry that I don't know this designer directly. Cole is, of course, from Leader Games. I'm gonna say, I don't know. Trains just feel like a thing guys get obsessed with. I'm so sorry to gender it. I've done it. It's been said. So I'm gonna wish I had a coin to flip. Let's just go B. Martin Wallace.
Okay, good guess. I mean, big name. But it was a trap. It was Amabel Holland. Fascinating story. You should give it a read. It was a great profile. Amabel does really fascinating, quirky games along with some very, like traditionally dry sounding games. So really interesting article.
I have to check this out. I'm so interested.
Okay. So question 4, we've got some headlines from The Atlantic and The New Yorker. They were the board game that turns feminism into a joke and the misplaced feminism of blank were written about which pretty controversial 2019 version of Monopoly. Was it A, Monopoly Boss Bitch Edition, B, Ms. Monopoly, C, Monopoly for Women, or D, Monopoly Ladies Night?
Okay, let's think with our terrible marketing hat. I mean, the best choice that would not have these headlines written about it would be Monopoly Boss Bitch Edition. I would buy that in a snap. Ms. Monopoly has some Ms. Pac-Man vibes. That feels like it could be a thing. Monopoly for Women is a little too straightforward and boring. I'm going to go with D, Monopoly Ladies Night, because it already feels pandering in the title.
It was a very pandering game and didn't really make sense. It was called Ms. Monopoly.
Okay,
Ladies
that's
Night
fair.
did sound
Yeah.
something probably was like second choice. Okay. But we have a final one, pretty recent. So this was in major crimes. You know, this was reported a lot. The biggest news from Gen Con 2023 was the brazen theft of thousands of dollars worth of Magic the Gathering cards. What was the value of the cards stolen? Was it A, $3,000, B, $30,000, C, $300,000, or D, $3 million of Magic the Gathering cards?
Well, all I know is that I want it. So let's see. I know it was an entire flat. This is the one Gen Con I did not attend in recent years because I had a baby last year. She just turned 1. But this was news that broke through when I was in my bubble of about to give birth. Or just did. So let's see. It's either B or C. I should know because this is Magic cards. This is all Magic. I'm gonna say it's like $100 for a box, and I feel like you could fit 3,000 boxes on there. So I'm gonna go with B, 30,000.
It was actually $300,000 worth, which is why it was such a big. I know, it was so close. You're so close. It's like one of those like Google interview questions.
My second choice is always the correct answer. Mental note.
I know. You have to think about that. Okay. So you did score 1 point, and you're just warming up. So good.
And that was the rehearsal. And now we're gonna do this again for real.
We'll see what happens. But you've got lots of points to claim coming up, right? And so you did mention, of course, you just had a baby who recently turned 1. And so happy first birthday to your baby, of course.
Thank you.
And how familiar are you with games that turned 1 this year and had their birthday? So in our picture round, you're going to see some pictures of games that celebrate the birthday of games that were released in 2023 specifically, because we're in 2024 in the future. So we'll see how good your semi-current board game knowledge is. All right?
We'll see.
So let's go to the first picture, and it is this game. Just need to name the game from the picture.
Board and dice. Oh, I saw this Kickstarter. It's like not this game, but City of the Great Machine feels in the same genre as this game. It's something to do with like alchemy. The green is a hint. I'm gonna go with Catalyst.
Okay, it was a one-word answer. It was Nucleum.
Nucleum.
It was that big, heavy game about like, what if we discovered nuclear power like way back earlier on and stuff. So it was a pretty chunky game, but maybe you've seen this picture. Name this game.
Okay.
From last year.
Stonemeyer. Oh, this has got to be Apiary?
Definitely. Very nice. Space Bees, of course. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Very nice.
Kawanchi Mariah art.
And I had to limit. There's so many possible Guanchai Maria board art, this is one also, actually. So this game came out last year. Which game is this one?
Another Kawanchi Mariah. Politics and intrigue in the animal kingdom. God, I remember seeing this because I thought, oh, it's like, what if Twilight Imperium just picked one planet? Also, this pelican is wearing a gorgeous hat. And also, I'm stalling because I have absolutely no clue. Let's call it Kingdom Politics.
Which is sort of this game. It was Zoo Vadis. Surprisingly competitive, brutal game for such a pretty game in some ways. So, re-implementation of a record.
I mean, yeah, this is a game I should know. Now, I will say this category is especially cruel because this is the time of my life in which I play the least modern, like,
I realized that afterwards. Okay, now question 4. Do you recognize this game from last year? This land when you were having a baby, unfortunately, and busy with lots of things.
Lookout Games. Okay, we've got strawberries, a fox, an elk. Let's call it Cascadia 2.
I mean, it's a card game where you're developing your own forests, and it's called Forest Shuffle.
Oh, love that.
Played it a lot last year, so would recommend it.
Very cute.
Okay, let's get this last one here. Name the game.
Again, I'm like going to a callback to an earlier game. Okay, Paverson. Obviously something to do with wineries, vineyards, thinking viticulture.
A little bit stronger of spirits.
Oh, whiskey, casks. Let's go with barrel aged.
That is a part of this game, actually. It is called Distilled.
Ooh.
A part of it is, barrel aging a bunch of your things, your distilled spirits, to try to make them worth more.
I feel like it was on the list of what we might call this game, and therefore I feel good about this guess.
Probably. I agree. And so you did get one question, which was great. And we've got, 2 points going into the speed round where you could get up to 11 points. So, you can make that big comeback right now.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's a brand new challenge, okay? We're going to show you board game titles in this next round, but several letters are missing, sort of like Hangman style, right? And bonus round in Wheel of Fortune, you get RSTLNE. Unfortunately, you're only going to get going analog. So you will get our specific letters filled in, but we will give a hint for this game also. So you'll read the hint. I will read the hint out loud. You can see it on your screen. You'll see the missing letters and just try to name the game. There are 10 games that you can get up to, and we're going to be giving you 1 minute to answer all of as many as possible.
Got it.
And so feel free to pass if you really can't get it or make a good guess. And then at the very end, we will be testing you a little bit on your memory. Based off of the games you remembered, there will be a common bond among all of these games. And these games are not from last year exclusively, so there will be nice and some good classics in there. So I think you'll recognize a good number of them.
Okay, I'll turn on my puzzle brain.
Yes. So we're gonna put a timer for 60 minutes. My beautiful assistant Shu will be doing
60 seconds.
60 seconds, not 60 minutes. That would be a very boring show, sorry. And again, 1 more bonus point if you can name the common bond at the end.
Okay.
For all these games too. Okay. Are you ready?
Never been more ready. See, I was just sandbagging it before so I can impress everybody now. And I'm really only competing with myself.
Yes. And so we will start the timer when you see the first slide. Go. The question 1, Kansas City cows.
I am from Kansas City. This is a game? Trail. Oh, Great Western Trail.
Perfect. Question 2, Kingdom.
Dominion.
Very nice. Question 3, Breach Magic. You can pass.
Pass.
You gotta go. Pass. It was Aeon's End.
Aeon's End.
Question 4. Spice.
Second word starts with an I. That feels like a big hint. Century Spice Road. Inquest. Pass.
It was Dune Imperium.
This is my favorite board game. I did not even think of it.
Archaeology.
It's the time limit. Okay, archaeology.
Time is up, but you can finish this one.
This one last one. Archaeology.
A minute goes so fast.
It does, right? And we like knew that game, and it's just like, oh my god.
I love that game. Love loins on anacondas.
Wow, that sounds dirty, but great. Yes,
it sounds really dirty.
Lost Karnak.
Really close.
I like the loins on anacondas part. But just for fun, off time, we'll have you, with no pressure. You won't get any points for these, but I'll show you the other 5.
Cool.
Because they're going to help you for the common bond at the end,
my gosh.
too. Okay. So, question 6. Health, mastery, gems.
Of infinity. Something of infinity. Health, mastery.
Random guess.
Gems. Of infinity. Gloves. Glaives.
I like that. Oops, shards of infinity. It was shards of infinity. Yeah. And then this one. Shh, dragon. Horse clank. Very nice. Question 8, Marvel. Or game based. There are several, but this one maybe.
Lord Gun. This would be Marvel. Marvel starts with an L. Legolas.
Legolandinus. Legendary.
Marvel
Legendary. Question 9 had a lot of blanks, but expedition race.
This is so many vowels. The. What is?
And then racing
letter. Racing.
Where's this thing?
Middle to the middle. The expedition race. 4. The quest for El Dorado.
Oh my god, you got that one.
Purely based
Very
on
nice.
blanks.
And the last one involves Mechana, Void. One word title.
Ain't it an onion?
Sounded almost like you were cussing. Not quite. But Ascension was the final one.
Great card game.
So think about the games we've discussed in this speed round. Can you think of the common bond among all of them? Extra point available.
Travel. Space.
Think about more of like a game-based. The genre.
These are all deck builders.
That's right. They were all deck builders.
Boom.
And so, very nice. So we get that point also. And for a total of 5 points, thank you so much for joining us, Becca, and being such a good sport. It was tough. I realized later, I was like, although it's a cute idea for the birthday of your child and birthday of games, probably you weren't gaming as much.
I should have warned you that I was coming into this expecting to know nothing for exactly that reason. Turns out children are very time consuming. So there is this gap in my knowledge. But hey, I got apiary. And I'm catching up on everything I missed last year, slowly but surely. Also, I feel great.
Back to round 2. Here.
I feel great for getting at least a point in every round, which is more than I expected of myself, not gonna lie.
Yay! You did a great job. Where can people find out what you are doing, what you're up to, what you're gaming? Where can they follow you?
You gave me a fabulous introduction at the start of the show, but I'm on social media personally at the Becca Scott. But if you want anything to do with my gaming world, you're going to want to follow Good Time Society. We are filming all kinds of gaming content, magic, RPGs, as well as all of the wonderful tabletop games, the type of stuff that was mentioned in this fabulous quiz at Good Time Society on TikTok, Instagram, and most of all YouTube is where most of our videos live.
Awesome. And that was the Board Game Quiz Show by Going Analog. Now you can stop watching and go play a game. Bye.